Hello, my name is Courtney Reagan, and I'm currently a graduate student at Grand Canyon University. Now, for one of our assignments, we are required to do a professional disposition video. In this video, we are required to answer certain questions, and if you see me looking down, it's because I'm referring back to my questions because it's very important for me to make sure that I hit every question. Now, the major that I'm studying at Grand Canyon University is a Master's of Education in Early Childhood Development. It's something that I have always wanted to do. I'm a natural-born nurturer. I feel like I'm a natural-born teacher, and I decided to go ahead and pursue this career path. Now, one of the first questions is, what dispositions do you possess that will make you a successful teacher? I myself would like to think that I possess all of the dispositions that will make me a successful teacher. I feel like every last disposition is very important, and it's very vital to a teacher's success, not just a teacher's success, but also to the students that she teaches. And I feel like going into the classroom, it's very important to make sure that you possess all or the majority of these dispositions. Now, dispositions I also feel like are something that is supposed to be worked on throughout your career. It's something that you're supposed to progress in. Never just, stand still and get comfortable. Always try to be your best. And don't get me wrong, there are people with dispositions that would say, okay, they're lacking on a couple of them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because you know what? We're learners. We learn every day. That's what we do, We teach, we learn. We teach, we learn. So I would say it's definitely something that you learn every day and you progress in. And like I said, I would like to say that I possess all of the dispositions because all of them are important. And knowing me, I feel like I pretty much have that down pat, and it's always going to be a learning experience. There's always something for me. There's definitely a disposition for me to become better at and to progress as time goes on. Question number 2. What dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? Again, like I said in the first question, I do feel like I possess all of the dispositions, but if it had to be something that I felt like I really needed to work on to become better at, it would be the educators should promote and support curiosity and encourage activity inquiry. And the reason I say this is because the field of the age groups that I'm going in will be from birth to 3rd grade. So these kids, a lot of times, you have to really, really be creative. You have to really grasp their attention, because at this age group, where their attention's over here, their attention's over there, their attention's up here, their attention's everywhere, they're curious. So you have to be able to tap into the realm of their curiosity. You have to be able to make sure that they are engaging in activity, not just sometimes, but every time. So it's up to the educator to be able to keep these children, curiosity at a peak, keep them entertained, keep them interested. Because the type of educator that I see myself as is there's never a dull moment in my classroom. And I strive to be the type of educator to when a student leaves my class, they will always remember Mrs. Reagan, because I would want my lessons to be full of entertainment, full of learning, but I want it to be fun. I don't want it to be dull. So it's going to be very important for me to, work on continuing and being able to grasp the students' attention, keep them curious, making it fun. So yeah, that's something that I feel like will be something that I will be able to work on. And like I said, as time progresses, I will become better at it. 3rd question. What does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? Good one. What does a professional educator look like? A professional educator looks like a professional. What does a professional look like? A professional looks like someone who is well put together. A professional is someone who always acknowledges their behavior. You know, someone who is always on top of their game. Someone who, because one thing you have to notice, one thing you have to keep in mind is that wherever you are, you're always going to have people watching you. Somebody is always going to be watching you. When you're out in public, you know, when you're with your friends, social media, somebody is always going to be watching you, because you know why? You're an educator and you are with these parents' children's 8 to 9 hours out of the day. You are who these parents trust with their children. You are who these children are looking up to. You are the one helping to guide these children. So at the end of the day, a professional educator looks like someone who looks like someone who's going to care about what the next person would think about them. And let me give you an example. Say I'm somewhere, okay? And I'm out with a group of friends and we're just lollygagging, and you know, I've had too much to drink and I'm out and I'm woohoo, and you know, and just being wild. And one of my kids' parents sees me. One of my colleagues sees me. What do you think they're going to think? What picture do you think they're going to have in their mind every time they hear my name or every time they see me? Because I know if it was me and I saw an educator behaving in that manner, no ma'am. I mean, for me, it would just be tainted, because you are to behave in a professional way at all times, because you never know who's watching you. Your social media needs to be on check at all times. You should never put anything on your social media to incriminate your character in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Therefore, you should never behave publicly or even behind closed doors where you think, okay, these are 3 people here. Yeah, we're just good. Da, da, da. No. Carry yourself with morals and values. Carry yourself as a professional. Carry yourself as an educator, as someone that you would want your kids that you teach to grow up and assume the same type of character. That's all I'm saying. What standards guide them thinking and actions? Guide them in thinking and actions. I would say maybe Common Core standards, you know, because it's based on curriculum, and the being based on a curriculum is basically the students are being taught a certain way and they're taught, you know, based on a curriculum to be able to ensure that the kids are grasping the information. And that's important. You know, you have to make sure whatever curriculum that is being taught and the way it's being taught, it's very important to make sure that it's working. It's very important to make sure that it could be monitored to ensure that it is working for these students. Poor curriculum, poor way of teaching, poor learning. And that's not what we want. That's not what educators want. That's not what parents want for their kids. So, I hope that you have enjoyed this disposition video. And I hope that one day you see me again and I am maybe teaching one of your kids, your grandkids, your friends' kids, or whatever. Let them know about Miss Reagan. Thank you all, and you have a great day.